start like that? Can it just open like that?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, let's do it, and then I got something. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Hey, guess who?
And we're back.
We're back with another episode of Just the Typical Podcast. Hi, I'm one of your hosts, Andrea.
Hi, I'm one of them too, I guess. I'm Kayli.
And who do we have with us again?
Wait,
Featured
what's your name, sir?
guest Jeremiah.
Oh.
Not planned.
Oh, God. You should see.
I didn't know what I was doing. Can we start over?
Nope.
I didn't have it ready.
It's real good to see you guys. Cheers.
Yeah,
We're drinking a little.
Cheers.
We're having coffee talk. It's the evening.
It's been a while though since we've actually gotten to comfortably be in the presence of one another.
I know.
Wrong timing, Jeremy.
I know. I just want to see if we can. I just want to see if we can get it.
But it's good to see you guys.
Yeah,
It's
good.
It's
to see you
always a
too.
pleasure.
I've craved you every day.
I want to be in you. I want to smell your pillows.
I want to wear your guts for garters.
No. Give it to me. I want to tramps around in your skin. I want to wear your flesh out to a party. A gala, to say.
Party.
A grand event where tramps around in the bones and the squiggliest of fleches of the under a mountain. That's what I want.
I don't know where any of that was.
And it's not creepy at all.
I have no idea what's going on.
And we're back.
I'm so scared.
I did text her today though, like, because I really do have.
You texted who?
Andrea.
Okay.
Oh my god, are you gonna be my editor?
No, I
My
just that
live in-person editor. of
a
today?
demon just possessed you, and
Did the demon make you laugh?
yeah, and
Okay,
it
then
threw
don't
me
be
off
mad
course
at
a
it.
little bit. So
Don't be mad
let
at
me.
I texted Andrea.
Thank you.
Today. My name's Kayli again, by the way, and the person saying things that aren't necessary is Jeremiah.
So the voice you always hear is Kayli.
Okay. So
It's never gonna work.
this is our new sound effect that we're gonna use when jokes land.
Really?
Or don't.
Got him.
See, like the one that's inverted is when it doesn't quite land, and the other one is when it does. You know what I mean?
But I don't want to play inverted keys like your nipples.
Oh, good one. Good one. Go get your book. Go write your funnies down.
When's the last time you were looking at our nips?
Oh, God, for real.
I was just trying to circle back to previous episodes.
Circle
you know.
back.
Mm-hmm.
I
Is
see
that a
what you
fat
did there.
joke?
Yeah,
Because I'm well-rounded.
Because I've always made fat jokes.
I know.
have.
You know him.
It's the one thing.
When we were little, I called Jeremy gay. Or
Bleep.
I don't remember what word I used. We were, this is early 90s. Because he's been gay forever. But then he called me fat. So I told my dad and was like, Jeremy called me fat. And I'm crying. And he goes, well, are you fat? And I was like, yes. And he's like, and is Jeremy gay? And I was like, I guess not. So I got in fucking trouble.
Oops.
No, and then he locked me in my room and he was like, and you calling your sister fat, you have no room to talk.
Yeah.
Shut the door on me. And I shit you not, I sat in that room for like a half an hour, and I was like, I will never be fat. I will make sure that you
Well,
will
then-
always be heavier than I am.
Later, we'll talk about what happened to you in about 2009 through 14 then. Just kidding. You were never fat. What the fuck was I saying? I texted Andrea today because I do have an issue where, like, if people don't respond to me, I think immediately that I've done something wrong or they're mad at me or we're never going to speak again because of some, a lot of my relationships have ended that way. So I texted her today and was like, I just need you to know that when you don't respond to me, I check my text like a fucking incessant, obsessed girlfriend. And I really do.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. It's something I have to work through, apparently.
But I thought it was kind of funny.
No, it was really funny.
Jame and I were out doing domestic things. I got my eyeballs checked, my peepers dilated. They're still a little dilated,
That
if I'm
sucks.
honest.
That's why she looks possessed.
Oh, yeah, it's not the dark spirits. My eyes are dilated. But yeah, we were just out doing Costco shit, preparing for the winter storm that we're getting. Arctic blast.
It does sound like you're just lying to me and you're cheating on me when you say, "Oh, sorry, my phone died. I was out shopping." Yeah.
I was.
Okay. Sure thing.
Quote unquote shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What's her name?
I'll never tell. You don't get to know.
Your cell phone just got cooch smooched by Winnie.
Yep. And she'll
Ooh.
do it again.
Love me a good cooch smooch.
She always changes the fucking channel. And
That reminds me
I'm
of
not
Jelly
drunk.
Roll.
Oh.
Because Jeremy just showed me a video about Jelly Roll. Well, he didn't realize Jelly Roll, the rapper,
Didn't know it existed.
was in the video, and there was I see we're already starting. By the way, in the background of our studio today is a muted RuPaul's Drag Race just going. It's fine.
Oh my
It's
God.
Drag
You know
queen
what?
lives
completely
for their motherfucking life.
not even mad about it.
Because Jeremy and I decided yesterday we would start watching it again because it used to be our thing. Like we would every time it was a new episode, we were like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to go home from work."
Like when it was
And
like
then-
season 3, 4, or 5.
God took our joy for like years. So
Do you know how many seasons there are now?
It's like 18.
I think
That's what I
17 is the
thought.
last one on here.
I
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Same. I want to get back into it. James's sister is all about. James' sister,
Yeah.
is all about it, and she does drag, which is pretty
Oh.
amazing. Yeah,
I want to.
Male or female?
female.
Female?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, no, because
It's cool.
some females do male drag.
she
some
has
females do female drag.
amazing wigs, and something about Shelly is she's just a artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that Kayli, Kayli caught herself. I will.
You're gonna have a whole fucking track of me just. But I. Well, for me,
When you're scatting, when you're the scat man.
you have scat energy right now. Can you calm down?
Ooh, that's funny.
But we watched it yesterday, and it was the first time. I don't know how it was for you, Jeremy, but it just felt so like, oh, okay, like we did this. This is like comfortable
It
with
is
my
a
brother. Like,
It's such
fuck,
a good
and
show.
we were laughing like really hard, and well, I was.
It's just goofy. I love it.
Well, right now, a drag queen is doing her talent, and it's making a glass of ice water with long nails.
Not easy.
You can't take it's stupid.
And
Drag is-
Ariana Grande is the judge. Like,
With a
how is
Madonna
this
bra.
not entered? Like,
That's fantastic.
that's literally the talent
fantastic.
was a glass of water with ice and lemon.
But I mean, drag is, you can't take it too seriously if you watch the show.
You
'cause
can't.
It's
It's
fucking
stupid.
stupid. It's supposed to be stupid.
It's
but they're
slapsticky.
ridiculously talented. Like,
Yep. And hilarious. You guys met a
Oh my
couple,
God.
Oh, we used to
right?
go to the drag con and the roast.
What's a drag con?
It's like Comic-Con, but for drag
Yeah.
queens.
I figured.
Obviously.
The line to
I've
meet
never been to anything like
the
that.
line to meet
'cause I've had sex
RuPaul
before.
and wait, where'd you go?
She said, I've never.
to Pound Town, okay?
When I went, though, everybody thought that I was a drag queen. Because I wore a fucking big ass wig and like
There
a
you go.
fancy dress. And people were like, good girl. Look at you, mama. And I was like, I'm a lady.
I'm actually a
I'm actually a
girl."
lady. Like, do I have to show you my
Manila
They
giblies?
was
probably
on.
saw your bulge.
Winked at you.
Which one? Huh?
The one in the front?
I got
or
one in
back?
the front and one in the back. They call me Snack Pack. I got one in the front and one in the back.
Oh, this one's good.
I just got dizzy laughing at that. I almost lost my breath. God, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Oh, really quickly, we're hanging out with the dogs as we do. Just a quick plug. Winnie's number 3 in what?
Yeah, in the fucking country.
what?
America's favorite pet competition. I just entered her thinking that my dog's the most beautiful creature in the world, like I'm sure every dog owner believes, and she actually fucking is. So
Yeah,
she's
she's
at
backing it
3rd
up.
place right now.
She's got
We
the
gotta get her to
receipts.
number 1.
Yes, you can vote every day.
Vote for Winnie. We'll
Vote
post a
for
link.
Winnie.
Yes.
We'll post a link on our
Vote for
Insta.
Winnie. Bring home the blue ribbon.
If you know what that's from,
Give us a call
at 971 361-9227. You can also text us.
Oh, yeah.
If you're too scared.
Yeah.
You guys have seen the that bit that's going around on the socials called "We Listen and We Don't Judge," right?
Apparently, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't or you don't know what it is,
Oh my God.
look, we listen and we don't judge. Where you share something about yourself that's maybe not. I don't even know how to call it.
It's just like odd or what?
Yeah, like odd or different,
Like
or
your
maybe a
own-
little disgusting.
Your own little secret.
Yeah.
I mean, I could kick it off to give you an example.
Sure.
Okay, hear me out. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Go. What's your?
excuse me.
We listen and we don't judge.
It's really gross. So,
Oh my God.
wow,
Okay.
Jame is blasting music and ruining the entire
It's corn. It's corn.
God damn it, Jame!
Hardcore corn.
Oh,
Imagine it was just like, oh, fuck yeah. He's like, oh shit. I'm sorry, Andrea.
it was Zach.
It was a baking show.
God damn it, Jame. He
It was
is
a
such
British baking competition.
he is such a filth monster.
Pound it.
Actually, I'm going to talk about this son of a right now.
Please do.
Do you want to know what he did this week? I made cinnamon rolls, right?
Okay.
Had some family over. They stayed the night.
I don't like this face James making
Yeah,
here.
he should be ashamed of his fucking self. Is what's going on.
But wait, this is listen and not judge.
Oh no,
No, it's
we'll get
not.
back to
We're
that.
judging right now.
because we're gonna judge this. Jame, okay, I had a pan of cinnamon rolls that I had made out. It's sitting on the counter. It's like the next day after he saw me make them. He knew they were there. Dinner wrapped up the following day. My cousin and Jame were going to enjoy a cinnamon roll. And I look over. I'm still putting away dinner. I'm putting away the ingredients. Like I made a salad, some homemade ranch, made what I make pot roast. I made something. I made
doing that woman's work.
you know it. And I turn around to see that Jame had plopped a huge, which by the way, he's a weirdo. Sorry, I love you, but he doesn't like ranch.
Oh my God.
That's un-American. We're listening and we don't know we're judging that.
Yeah, well, that's
Well, I mean, as Greshamites.
Bless his heart.
yeah, there's a joke that's like, how do you get a girl from Gresham to suck your dick? You just put ranch on it.
I have never heard of that.
But you would do it. Let me see your hidden valley.
You got a bottle of ranch in your purse.
I mean, I don't know. Is that really a thing?
Oh my
For
God.
about Gresham High School?
It was a joke.
Just like
that we
Gresham,
heard.
Gresham,
Yeah.
like general?
the
Girls in
city,
Gresham.
yeah.
What the hell? I
There
have
there
never
was
heard of
ranch
that.
served with everything, and then we moved to New York and thought like that's normal, and it was like the
I was
first diner we
drunk
went
at a
to.
diner.
Yeah, you were drunk.
Bring over the ranch.
It's like, do you have a side of ranch dressing? And they're like, no. He's
What?
like,
I was like, yeah.
Okay, maybe
that's
you don't
ranch?
fucking ranch.
Okay, I want to know if any of our people listening out there, do you fuck with ranch or not? And is it like, this is kind of blowing my mind what you're telling me. I want to know if other people are just as ranch obsessed or if this is a regional thing.
No, we would the girls would run over to the pizzeria next door, and we would be like, "Yeah, now dip your crust in the
Yeah.
ranch." Or
Yeah,
like,
now
don't
dip
waste
your
it."
French
And they're
fry in ranch.
What?
And they're
Yeah.
like, what?
They're
Really?
like, do it, and then be like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good." And like,
No shit.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Like-
fools.
Fucking fool.
Fools! All of you! Serious? So
Okay,
James
so
doesn't
cinnamon
like
rolls.
ranch, right? Anyway, I digress. So I'm putting dinner away. I look over and James has taken a big plop of this homemade ranch and is smearing it on his cinnamon
Stop it
roll.
right now.
And I actually was pissed. Like it instantly pissed me off because I'm
You're
like,
what the fuck are you doing?
I just said, "Are you serious?" And he just looks at me and he goes, "It's right next to the cinnamon rolls." Doesn't this not go together? And I was like, "It's ranch, James." James fucking hauls his ass over to the sink
rips it
and
off?
is scraping it off. And I'm like, "It's permeated the rolls." And I just palm it, I grab it, and I throw it away. And he
It's a
just
porous surface.
He's shocked. He's like, "You're just gonna throw it?" I was like, "It's covered in ranch. You hate ranch." What do you have to say about that?
In my defense, This was a artisan homemade ranch from scratch, and it was a tan color that looked like
It wasn't tan.
it had a brown.
It had a brown hue.
It looked to me, it was sitting right next to these cinnamon rolls, and it looked like it was a brown sugar cinnamon type thing that you would spread on the cinnamon roll.
Let me ask you this: were there flakes of green in it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
There, if there were flakes of green in it, then justification goes out the window.
When I first time my ex-husband met my dad's side of the family.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing James
Her palming the cinnamon roll is what's in my
ranch on top of a fucking cinnamon roll, and Andrea
Pissed me
watching
off.
it, just like.
It was, and it wasn't even a little block. It was a huge. It was like half of the bowl of ranch on his rolls. So now we have ranch rolls in this
fucking
house.
half pint of ranch, just dumping it on it.
Calling it brown.
Fuck
It had paprika, a sprinkle of paprika in it.
Fucktard did the same thing.
Wait,
And my
though.
family.
So, is that what we listened to, and we're not judging?
No, I
No,
wanted
you
to
just-
tell that
Oh,
story.
okay.
God,
That was just
Jeremy?
extra. That was just for funsies.
And don't tamper me with your hand
I
ever
just
again.
wanted to.
Do you want to say something?
Fucktard's dad made that fucking orange woof, is what he calls it, because that's my father.
Excuse me?
Yeah, his famous dessert orange woof.
What is that?
Yeah.
It's fucking like mandarin oranges and like whipped cream and jello, like all mixed together. It's fucking good.
really
though.
good.
It sounds amazing.
I won't eat it, but my dad made it, and we were also eating tacos, but it was not part of the Fucktard's like making a taco. He's got his beef, and then he's like putting the fucking orange woof on top of it. And Beth Ann's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Isn't this like a taco?" She's like, "Smell it, look at it. There's fruit in it." Like, what are you doing?
It's sweet.
My whole family was just like, well, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
No, I'm sorry.
I mean,
guys.
cinnamon rolls and ranch, tacos and
That's
woof.
Jame. So he invented ranch rolls in our house.
I don't know.
That's
if
what
I'm
he's
a
getting
fan.
for his fucking birthday.
It's disgusting.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Actually, he requested a meatloaf cake with mashed potato frosting. I'm gonna do it.
No, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'll do it.
That's good.
Hey, we listen.
That's
We
a
don't
meatloaf
judge.
Cake?
That's a meatloaf
Wow,
cake.
We're looking at pictures.
Nice.
With sweet potato, mashed potatoes.
But wouldn't you want that for like dinner and then a real cake after?
You
James, yes, you'd want the sweets.
He's
Don't tell me he doesn't like sweets
he does
because we all
because he loves me.
love them.
Yes.
I just made him say it.
Your meatloaf that you brought us was very fucking good.
I'm making more tomorrow.
I don't.
Jeremy doesn't
Meatloaf.
get what.
Meatloaf.
Never
You
heard
brought
of
already
it.
knew
meatloaf
her.
to this house? When did that happen?
Me and Stan ate it all.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was really sad.
I'm sorry. You didn't get a morsel, didn't you?
I got a morsel and it was
Literally got a-
delicious. So
like
I
a
like I
forkful.
came down at like 2 a.m. and I'm like raiding the fridge. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to eat this. And like I went
She
through
was gone.
every corner.
I was like, "What are you looking for?" He's like, "That meatloaf, man. I'm gonna fuck some up." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know where it is." It's not in there. I gotta find it in
Stan ate
there.
every drop.
Whatever.
Well, I guess I'll take a compliment.
It's
Yeah.
fucking good.
That happened with my dad. His buddy was over and he shared some of the meatloaf with his friend, and there was like one slice left after, and my dad went to go get it like the following day, and Dave had enjoyed.
Far too much.
So I'm making everyone more meatloaf tomorrow.
It's very good.
Or you
Thank
could
you.
just like take the day off and
You
just
could.
chill.
You could.
Oh, I don't know what that's
should.
like.
You should try it.
You don't
put
know
on
what
some
it's
fucking.
like.
Put on some stupid.
I'll have that on in
RuPaul.
the back. Listen, that's part of my neurodivergence is I have a lot of hyper energy. I can't sit still well. I wish I could. Like I told you, I'm not a good movie watcher anymore unless I'm like actually in the theater and I'm forced. I'm terrible, Muriel.
Yeah.
It's really kind of it's frustrating to me because I remember being able to just like veg out and stream whatever, and I loved it and it was so recharging. Nope, not anymore. I feel like I'm wasting time, and I don't know if that's just like an aging thing. I don't know.
I can't.
Also, things don't hold my attention enough, which is really annoying. I annoy myself with it, and
Do you think
I'm
that
gonna.
has anything to do with phones?
Oh,
Okay.
You read my mind. I was just going to say that I am going to start grounding myself from my phone, especially at night, because, I'm not
Yeah.
sleeping well. And it's a lot easier said than done. I actually deleted my TikTok and now I can't re-download it. I've
My
tried.
TikTok.
Don't worry about it. But I'm grateful for that because I've already kind of stepped into that like lighter social media world and it's nice.
I've never had TikTok.
Me either.
Oh, well, I was really into it. And yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
and
wanna do
it's all you need is an attention span for 30 seconds to a minute.
It's-
5 at the moment, you know what I mean? And then it's just next thing. I get, yeah.
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't mix well with my ADHD. I need to put limits on myself because it's almost like an addiction. I'm like, what am I going to miss? I don't want, anyway. So I have some books that I'm going to read. I'm getting back into my crafts. And
Well,
there we
you've
go.
kind of like opened up Pandora's fucking
Snatch.
autistic box with me and Jeremy. Just being aware of like certain things and like that there's a possibility that maybe it's not normal that I do things this way or think this way. And, you know, you talk about, you know, people being diagnosed late in life with autism and then it's like, oh my God, everything makes so much sense now. Like not knowing your whole life. Jeremy's.
I watched a video of a lady in her like late 50s saying that she got diagnosed like 5 years ago. And she was like, I wish that I had been told as a child that I just thought differently instead of being told you're not doing this correct. She's like, no, I see things different. I handle things different.
I definitely think that Jeremy is like he's got some tisms and he has ADHD for sure.
Yeah, they call that ADHD. It's a combo.
Aw, DHD.
No, but like it is nice to hear people talk about when like high functioning people with tisms or ADHD and you're like, it's so relatable when they talk about shit that other like not putting your bare feet on the floor. Like I will not do that. Like
Yeah, but
weird things with clothes. When I'm having a conversation with someone, if I'm looking them in the eyes, I'm focused on
focus.
I'm so focused on looking them in the eyes that I'm not hearing what they're saying. So I don't maintain eye contact. I kind of drift away.
Yeah, you don't
And
even
that's
look
the way
at
that
your
I-
own fucking sister.
That's the way that I can picture and hear the story better, because if I'm focused on like the social thing is for me to stare you in the eye, then I'm focused on that and I'm not hearing what you're actually saying to me.
Okay, but I'm gonna say, because I've known you your whole life, and like I think that to be tested for autism, you have to get, like Andrea was saying, like 2 different kinds of tests. Like one person that, you know, from your childhood and then now in life, you were not a person that wouldn't look at people because you'd miss the humor if you weren't looking at it. You grew up with people that were all about facial expressions and comedic timing and shit like that. So
No, that doesn't mean that I'm just like spending the whole day staring
I
at a
know what I'm
wall.
saying. I've noticed that in your older age, you can't look at me. Like we're looking at each other right now, but very often if the volume of my voice passes a certain point, you have to look away. You can't look at me. And then I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And it's a weird thing that you've developed later on.
We listen and we don't judge.
Oh shit, that was the
that
whole.
wasn't even.
Yeah, we just went off on a.
We went
No,
on
it's
a
fine.
tangent.
A rant.
But I think that you were getting at that it's nice to like talk about, and you and I were talking about earlier how there's a lot of people self-diagnosing because
my
now it seems
God.
like everyone is
Right.
autistic, and they very well might be, but go get diagnosed.
yeah.
Talk to your primary care doctor.
And stop blaming all of your shitty qualities. You're like, no, I think it's a tism of mine. Like, no, Margaret.
And it's a spectrum for a reason, because there's like the Rain Man-tism, there's the nonverbal tism where there's, you know, it's really sad and they hurt themselves. And then there's the tism that you guys are talking about.
When you said Rain Man tism, I was trying so hard to count how many letters were in that so that I could say it back to you.
Wapner's on at 5. See, and I am like barely, like I'm on the cusp of maybe being a high functioning tism, but I definitely I'm neurodivergent with ADHD for sure. Like that's totally diagnosed.
I'm sorry, but I really don't understand what the neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent means not, like you called it normal earlier. So neurodivergent is the opposite of quote unquote normal. Like it means that you are not neurotypical, which would be somebody like fucktard.
Oh, so you're talking about like the thought processes and the inner
the way
monologues
that your
go
brain
on
works.
Yeah.
They are neurotypical, which means more common, more people
Okay.
are like that. Neurodivergent means that you go against the grain.
I'm going to call it smart. With thought. Acting with thought.
Trauma. Have you guys ever heard of the Autism Speaks PSAs? Do you know what that is?
No.
I'm going to play a little bit of it. This shit is so disgusting. Hear me out. This isn't satire, what I'm about to play for you.
Oh, no.
But it sounds so bad that it is. It puts it's called Autism Speaks was the organization, and they just listen. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it's like a PSA about watch out for autism.
Watch out for it. Okay.
I am autism. I'm visible in your children, but if I can help it, I am invisible to you until it's too late. I know where you live, and guess what? I live there too. I hover around all of you. I know no color barrier, no religion, no morality, no currency. I speak your language fluently, and with every voice I take away, I acquire yet another language. I work very quickly. I work faster than pediatric AIDS, cancer, and diabetes combined. And if you are happily married, I will make sure that your marriage fails.
What? Can you believe this shit? This is real. So it's Autism Speaks.
And if you're married, I will make sure that your marriage fails.
I'll be divorced in a year.
I thought you were going to play something of people like
Me too.
mimicking like autistic
No,
persons.
this is a PSA.
Oh
that's
my God.
Do you know from what year that is? Like,
It's the 90s. And they've kind of changed their message since then.
Well, you
well,
would
you would
hope.
hope.
You would hope, but the damage is done. It's out there. This is
That's like schizophrenia shit. Like,
it gets worse and worse, and it like has all these pictures of children, and it talks about how it like villainizes and demonizes.
It makes
autism.
it sound like I'm in church and I'm hearing about the devil.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, funny you should say that, because I'm pretty sure that the backbone of this organization is
Well,
deep into the church. I'll keep it light with that, but yeah. We're listening, and I'm fucking judging. Okay, that's what's up. I have friends with children with severe autism that are experiencing major hardships right now with some of the changes in our government. I'm just going to leave it at that, and it's just really disgusting because a lot of people still believe like that Autism Speaks style when it comes to autism. It's terrible. But back to what we were talking about, a lot of us probably are neurodivergent and don't know it. So if you can kind of do some self-diagnosis tests online just to kind of see, but like actually get seen by a professional, because it can help you. They can help with medication, certain therapies. I did a 12-week class because I decided not to take the medication because I usually, being a ginger, I have adverse reactions to medications. Like
Is
it
that
will
true?
work opposite. Yeah. Or like it doesn't work as much on me. Like I need more anesthesia.
because you're a mutant.
I am a mutant.
Fucking mutant. So am I.
Dying breed.
It's
I know it.
I
I
have a
know
birth
it.
defect. I'm a
Jealous?
mutant too.
Jealous?
A little bit. A little bit.
A little bit. Anyway.
Can we be?
So back to we listen, we don't judge. Here, all I was going to say is that I got this gap in my teeth in the bottom, and I can't stand when I have stuff betwixt my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't have a toothpick or one of those floss thingies, I will use my hair to clean that spot out.
Oh yeah.
I've used so many things to clean my teeth out.
Okay.
Fucking
Well, it's like my
business
hair.
cards, an earring. If
Yeah.
I need to pop it through a hole just to get something out.
Have you ever done
Drives me nuts.
like if someone wants to share your chapstick, you just pull out one of your hairs and slice the top of the chapstick out?
No.
Yeah, Damiana used to do that all the time at Cactus.
So her hair germs can be on it,
yeah,
but
then
not
that's
the germs from
exactly
her
what I
mouth.
would say to her. And she'd just be like, I don't know, stupid.
That's stupid. I like that. Do you guys have one? Or are you going to just leave me hanging?
So we listen and we don't,
don't
judge.
judge. Yeah,
yeah,
not
thank
judging.
you.
I don't think that's really anything that you should really worry about,
Well, I can like
Andrea.
pull out a whole steak with it sometimes. I mean, this gap between
I
my
mean,
teeth
that
is.
just says that you've got strong follicles if they can handle
You know,
pulling
usually
out.
it takes like 10 to 15 of them.
Oh.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're
Like so you're just ripping out ropes of hair.
No, I don't rip it out. It's still in my hair, my head.
Oh, you leave it in there.
it's attached to the
Yeah,
head.
then I like rinse it out.
Okay,
yeah.
so now I'm
Okay.
all right. You shouldn't feel
So
so,
the story-
good about this.
Okay.
The story turned a little bit.
Yeah, took a turn. You
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to-
yeah. Like it's still my hair. I just kind of go rinse her off.
Oh.
Look, I can't have shit in my teeth. I can't.
Oh, that's
and
so
I usually
funny.
have stuff
That's
with
so
me.
funny.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's something about me. That's something about me.
All right.
I am a like hardcore picker, like obsessive picker. Like
Do
anything.
you pick other people's things?
Absolutely. If you got something to pop, I'll pop it.
I come downstairs
I
and
That's
I'll,
me too.
search.
I ask for
Like
the services.
I have to like beg Stan, but he'll give me 7 on each side of his shoulders.
That's
I'll be like,
amazing.
can
You
I
can get 7?
Can I
You
get
count
7?
them?
Yes, and I always try to sneak in like another 7. But yeah, like I want to pop everything. But no, I have a weird thing with my eye. Beyond it being lazy and clouded with fat, it squeaks if I plug my nose.
Oh
and
yeah,
I blow.
I remember
can
that because
squeak
you
out
can
of my
blow
eye.
air.
So I thought, well, let's up the ante. I squirted milk out of my eye once.
Oh my god, are you gonna
Okay.
do it right now?
No, I'm not gonna do it right now.
Do it with your hot
Maybe
coffee.
later. Do it with your hot coffee.
Do it with your hot coffee. I mean but it's not something I do. I guess it's weird though.
Well,
you got
these
a
are
squeaky eye.
these are.
I mean,
wild.
we listen
We're not judging.
and we don't judge.
Wild.
The popping thing, I think a lot of people can relate to. Do you watch like Pimple Popper and stuff?
Yeah, but yeah, it's like
Some of those-
a car wreck. Like you
some of
can't
those,
look
though,
away.
When it's a lipoma,
Whoa.
I'm not
I
into
know.
that. When it's looking like raw chicken, you can get the hell
Right.
out of here with that.
No.
Arlita, shout out.
Oh,
She's fucking obsessed. She's
Oh, me
sick.
too.
She's sick. Arlita is my cousin, my only female cousin on my dad's side, and she's a goddamn earth angel.
she's absolutely.
If you're
precious.
listening, Arlita,
Shout out to Balia.
you've stolen all of our hearts.
She would make
Okay,
me
true.
watch videos of women who had like maggots or
Stop it.
lice under their wigs, under their weaves.
Oh.
She, like, or if they had like mass dandruff that was like literally inches thick, and she'd be like, "Jamie, look at this, look at," and I was like, I can't, like bugs on like under, like, ooh.
Jeremy burns his hairs.
to cut them,
Yeah, and it fucking pisses me off. He'll wait till like we're in the car together and just start like burning leg hair, and so it just smells like fucking burnt hair in the car
a permanent
with his cigarettes.
Sometimes
cigarette.
it's with a lighter.
Yeah, I mean I'm not judging.
We listen and we don't judge.
All right, so I've got one.
On top of that,
My turn. All right, we listen and we don't judge. Every day, I make my bed, and every time I shower, I have to dry the entire fucking shower from top to bottom.
that's we
We're
listen
not judging.
and we don't judge. It took me
Fucking psychopath.
a long time to figure out what you were saying.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was gonna say either. It was like, wait, where's this going?
I don't know why I'm processing
The entire like inside of the shower has to be dried out after I've dried myself with my
every
towel.
time.
Yeah, and then I have to get as much water off of the inside shower curtain as I can because I don't want mildew. And then
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm just
and then
gonna.
it just-
I get
I'm
that.
literally.
whole thing.
I'm just
It
gonna
has to
That
be-
makes
start
sense.
running your shower randomly in the middle of the day so that you have like water marks.
Speckles.
Because he hates when the coffee pot also is not perfectly pushed back. So I'll pull it all the way
I understand
out
that.
and face it towards the sink.
Such a cunt.
Oh my god, that would make my eye twitch. That would make my eye twitch.
Did it the other day. And I
you
was like,
noticed
"Are you
immediately.
serious?" And she's like, "What's wrong?
What's wrong?
What happened?
Something afoot? Is this not the best part of waking up?
Shut up. Oh fuck.
I'm autism.
I'm autism.
I
And if
know
you're
where
married,
you live.
On mandatory
sure.
meeting."
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna bring that up.
You can't do that to me.
No, because it's just another thing that I do. We'll save it for next time.
No.
Okay, I have a problem with chin hairs. Like if I feel anything that's not perfectly smooth on my face,
hair, a goat hair.
No, like anything. If I feel a bump at all, like you'll constantly see me like looking for them. I want to find them.
You used to carry tweezers with yourself, and you
right
would,
next to me,
and you would pluck your knees.
Yeah, like I want
remember.
to pull hairs out of things, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you have like a blackhead or a pimple or something, most often it's because there's a hair underneath it, which is not allowing, shit to come out.
Right.
So if you pull the hair out, then the pimple will solve itself way fucking faster.
Definitely. Because it's irritating.
So I pull hairs out of things, and I love to do it.
I know you do. I'm glad you don't pull them out of or pull out your eyelashes.
Yeah.
Trichotillomania?
Yeah. We know somebody like that.
Who?
Shout out.
Don't speak its name. Voldemort!
Don't speak its name.
Voldemort does it.
Well, with your whatever, it's relatable. With you pulling hairs out of everything, the first cruise we went on to Mexico.
I was just thinking about this today.
It was like early 90s, and I didn't want to go buy a waxing kit, but I also wanted to get tanned. And so I hand tweezed every hair off of my abdomen.
Oh my God.
And it took me 3 nights.
Ouch. 3 nights of fun?
Because the first night that I tried to have Leah do it, and she was super drunk. She
Oh no.
She tried to wash her hands and then dry them off with the stuff, like the lint that you pull out of a dryer. She used that as hand towels. Oh. That's how drunk she was. So then there So then there was just wax on the handrail with dryer lint stuck to it all over the apartment.
Oh my God, where was it? Did she pull the lint trap out?
We don't know how she does. She did such weird
we gotta
stuff.
have Leah on.
She got such weird shit when she got drunk.
Oh.
She put a sweater on like they were pants.
I remember.
My
These
mom
are
was
my
like,
pants,
Leah, what
Janet.
are you doing, honey?
I just did that the other day.
I just reminded you about when Leah fell down the stairs and said she was practicing her leaping. Do you remember that, Jeremy? Somebody didn't remember that.
I'm practicing my leaping, Janet.
And I remember she was coming to Oregon the next day, and they let her on the plane without her ID. She was still drunk.
Bloodied.
And she had gotten into ketchup.
She had ketchup. She was
wearing a white dress, and she had ketchup on her chin all down the front of her.
She had a pocket knife in her clutch that she walked through security with.
She was a fucking mess.
Have you, is there something that you've ever done drunk that was like, I will never tell this story. Like, I cannot believe I did that. Jeremy, shut your mouth.
No.
Yeah, because you weren't like a drunk. You just
I've
get
been
drunk for
really
fun.
drunk.
But you never been a drunk.
No.
Yeah. Like, I have a story that I would never tell. Ever. And Jeremy knows it. And it's just fucking
Well, then you got to think of one that
man.
You're
you
going
can
to have to tell me that later.
I'm not telling you.
Did you play with poop?
What?
Oh, you can tell the one about when we lived at the haunted house and I woke up and you were about to pee in my bedroom.
Oh, yeah. And
I remember.
And you were like, what the fuck are you doing? And I said something like, about RuPaul's Drag Race to you. I was like, I'm doing this for like vivacious. Like, I don't know what.
Like, she's sitting at the edge of my bed with her pants pulled down, and I'm like, Kayli, what are you doing?
And I'm like, I'm in the fucking bathroom. What are you doing? A little
Get out of
privacy would be
here.
nice.
Bring me some TP.
You fucking creep. You were drunk, and I had gone to sleep for the night.
No, this was me sleepwalking.
You were drunk walking.
That's it. I was sleepwalking.
You can't just pretend you were asleep.
I did sleepwalk.
Okay, he used to. This night he was drunk walking, and I'm turned away from my door, but there's like a creak in the middle of my floor, so I always knew, if like the cat had come in or whatever. And I hear the creak, which is very close to my bed, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn over, and he's just staring at me like it's the middle of the night. And for some reason, out of a dead sleep, my instinct was to get up and chase him. Like he was a bad person or something.
Get out of here.
So I get up and he starts running from me through the house, through the hallway, to the kitchen, around the corner, and into we called it the music room because it was just like the piano and records and stuff. He's like trying to hide from me in there. I'm like,
behind the door.
It's behind.
Hasn't said a
behind
word.
a glass door.
But I didn't wake up until I was behind the door and Kayli was was catching me, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing?"
I found him another time in the shower, but hiding behind the shower curtain, like opened all the way till it's like 6 inches, and he's just. And I searched the fucking house. I'm calling his cell phone. I went outside, like walking down the street, because we lived in a fucking studio. I'm like, where could he possibly fucking be?
Well, the shower, of course. He was drying it off.
He was drying off the whole shower again. We're not judging.
We're not judging. We're just listening. Sleepwalking's weird. I used to sleepwalk. I haven't done it in a
Yeah.
long time.
Ooh.
One of the last times I remember sleepwalking was in high school, and my mom and I lived in a townhome with 3 stories, and the front door was just a stairway
big-ass
up to the
stairs.
main,
Right.
and the garage was there. And I had a vivid dream of somebody trying to get in the front door, and I woke up, and I had to go down 2 different flights of stairs to be at the front door, and I woke up looking out of the peephole
That's terrifying.
so-
in the dark. I hated that. It happened twice. Another time I saw my mom sitting in the back seat of her car.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and
Oh,
our
wait, in your
neighbors
dream
did too.
state.
No,
Wait.
my mom was sleepwalking as well. We were
Oh.
sleepwalking around the same time.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
no.
Yeah, I saw it once, and our neighbors saw it as well.
That's
they came
fucking
home.
creepy.
Yeah, they came home from the bar like 3:00 in the morning, and they said that my mom was sitting in the back seat of her car. And they like looked in to like
Oh,
see what she was
Danielle.
doing. And she was just sitting in the back seat of her car, and I witnessed that too. Oh, Dan. Oh. So that was weird.
Oh, Amy Yoshi.
Anyway.
How does she laugh?
I totally.
Is that how Amy laughs?
We should call and ask her. Hey, bitch.
How do you laugh? Well, no, we'd always make fun of it. Oh,
Oh yeah, it's higher.
yeah. Anyway, that's
Yeah,
creepy.
no,
as
I
fuck,
sleptwalk.
man.
I would make like beds with my cousins, and we'd have
Is that
full
a
on
euphemism?
conversations, and then I'd wake
Yeah.
up and be like, what are we doing? Like, we made a bed out last night, and this is when I'm like 14, 15.
I wonder what that's
Like-
about. Because mine, I feel like mine just stopped. I really haven't done it in like 20 years that I know of.
My mom said that she would go downstairs, and like as a kid, I'd be asleep on the sofa singing "I Will Always Love You"
Oh, for
in my
fuck's
sleep.
sake.
In my sleep.
Yeah, my golden boy. It's probably not that the way the story went at all. It's just because mom told the story that,
I'm sure
and he
it's
was sitting there
exactly
with
how it
full
was.
breath support, books stacked on his belly to control his abdomen contractions as he sang effortlessly the greatest love of all, one of the hardest ballads ever
Wait,
to hit the.
Why is
God.
mom now Moira Schmidt or shits from fucking Schitt's Creek?
She is Moira Schmitz.
Jeremy was singing "I Will Always Love You"
I
again
will always love
downstairs.
you.
Mom is insanely dramatic, though.
That's what.
No, not at all.
No.
She never
No.
would be. Nobody in your
Not
family
at all.
is.
God.
Nope.
Nope.
Never heard of her.
Do you want kids?
No,
No.
I did for a long time.
I feel bad that my mom doesn't have grandkids.
Yeah, there's like a guilt thing. I can't have kids. I'm 90% positive I can't have kids.
How do you feel about that? Does that feel weird, or does it affect you at all?
It did at one point, and I even went in to like start the testing, like what's going on, like why can't
Why
way
can't
too-
all
I've
these
had
guys
way
knock
too
me
much
up?
on safe sex to not have one scare. I actually said that to the doctor, and when my legs were, it was a male doctor this time, and my legs are like up in the stirrups, and he's doing the test, and he starts talking to me about like, well, what do you do for work? And I'm like, Tex-Mex, blah blah blah. He's like, oh yeah, I love brisket. And I said, can you not talk about brisket while you're staring into my vagina?
You said that?
Yes. I'm gonna make him uncomfortable too. Fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
That is weird.
you're staring into my hollow. Like,
Does it look like brisket?
My beef curtains.
Does it look like a sideways Arby's burger?
Oh,
Jeremy.
a popped balloon.
my beef curtains. You're the first person I ever heard
Yeah.
say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Beef curtains.
Yeah.
That's classy. It's because I'm from Gresham. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, you can't just do that.
Oh.
What is that?
I
There
just
was
was
so
thinking
much
that we didn't
thought.
talk. Well, ranch, and you said something about girls from Gresham.
Oh yeah. How you get a girl from Gresham to suck your dick?
That is insane.
Put ranch on it.
That is stupid.
Put ranch on it.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Never heard
What
of
did you
that.
just say?
It's the Hidden Valley Secret.
I already said that, dumbass.
I said it like
Don't steal my
yesterday.
jokes.
I said it yesterday.
Clap having
They recorded
Jezebel.
it and put it in this episode. So I said it first.
Oh, when I went to pick up our coffee.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
That's
Yes.
my sister.
The gal was like, yo, how can I help you? And I was like, oh, I have a mobile order for Andrea. And she goes, okay, Andrea, listen. Okay. And I have a cousin, like twice removed or whatever, who calls me Andrea.
I
Has
heard her
called
yesterday.
Calls me Andrea all the time. And so I thought it would be funny to call her Jonifer. And I did. I think it went over her head.
I can't find the right position to put my fucking phone.
But I figured out because
You're
Jeremy
ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Jeremy,
is ridiculous.
I'm trying not to interrupt. Yesterday we were watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
And it always cracks me up because Jeremy is like, oh, I fucking hate when people sound so gay when they talk. Okay? So he made some comment like that again yesterday. Like, I couldn't hang out around people like that. And I'm like, Jeremy,
That's not what I said.
every word that comes out of your little brother's mouth is like, oh my God, and I fucking didn't have pepper. Like, what the fuck? Saying to get me fucking ass up.
Love you,
Go to the
Zach.
store. And Jeremy, you're around that all the time. It's fucking hilarious. What you just did, I couldn't get the right cord. Oh my God. But you can't stand it? Are you fucking kidding me?
Because you hate what's in like yourself.
You hate what you are.
Because it's
Yeah,
pieces of
You
you.
hate.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Say
That's
she's
the
a
one.
faggot. Does it make you want to
You've heard that
kill
song, right?
her?
It's been a
Yeah.
while. Wow.
He's an ugly Jew. You want to punch him in his brains. Ugly Jew. Something like that. And we listened to it on Christmas morning when I got the album.
It's nuts.
classy.
Nuts.
Love you, Jewel. Oh, I'm so
Taylor
lightheaded.
Swift.
Oh yeah, James' new shirt, Taylor Swift. The back of it says Swift, 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 the number of the beast.
My God.
It's hilarious. It's from that creator that we like, Meth Syndicate. Shout out Meth Syndicate on
Oh, yeah. There
Instagram.
was another shirt I liked
Yeah.
from him.
Okay, here's my other question. Oh yeah, I'll say, I think I want kids.
I
Oh, yeah,
asked
that's-
you a couple weeks ago, and you were like, sometimes.
Sometimes. And the reason being is because I was taking care of my grandfather for a while, and I take care of a couple other people in my fam, and it just seems hard to imagine a capacity for children as well. But, and I don't necessarily mean that I need to have my own and birth them. I'm definitely interested in adoption, but it might be later on in life. Like I might be like an old mom that adopts like kids that are about to be aged out is kind of what I feel
That's what your mom said to me.
about who. That's
She
what
was
she wants
saying,
to
like,
do.
that's what she wanted to do. It's like,
She's such a copycat. God, I can never have
like
anything.
kids that are about to be aged out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. It happens way too much, and I love kids, and they love me.
No, you're
I can
fantastic
see you
with kids.
being a
Aw.
very good
Is
mom.
it wrong
you.
of me? The very first thing I thought was like, I hope she doesn't have kids.
No, it's okay.
Just the selfish part of me, because
It's all right.
you know,
I think that
sometimes
too.
Kids are really fucking annoying
Well,
to be around.
oh, they really are all the time. And that's okay. A little weird spin on that. I have found being the childless friend that I'm often, I wouldn't say excluded because
left
that's
out
like
of certain things.
not, yeah, or just like not invited to stuff. It's like, why would you think I don't want to like come to the birthday party? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really good with kids. Me
too.
I have genuine fun with them.
And no, don't get me wrong. Who's like, yeah, I want to go to this kid's party, but it's more like being there for your friends and
Yeah.
being a little family and stuff. Because yeah, kids parties. But I would do it for my friends. I mean, maybe I should look at this differently. Maybe they're giving me a easy way out. Huh?
Yeah.
But
But
They're
still,
like, we know this bitch doesn't want to come, so why?
but I do. I like being
But I
that one.
do.
I like being that person that
I was really excited for Adam's 8th. Nobody invited me.
Like,
got hungry apple.
Everybody at my job knew that I hated kids. Like, that I detest.
You literally hiss at them.
Detest
I watched
children.
you
But
trip
you
a child
don't.
once.
No, I get along. I'm not like an evil person. Like but
Okay.
other people's kids, if I don't know them, like I will
punch
knock
'em.
your child over.
Punch them is what I just
And-
said.
Punch him.
But like Damiana, my coworker, she knew that I hated kids, but she would still invite me to the birthday parties, and I would go to
It's
them.
about
and,
like
and I
being
loved
with your
her. Like, I would-
friends too. It's not all about the
the
children.
Christmas parties, I would dance
don't
with
know.
Lila. Like, I loved it. Like, but it's not my journey. I could be a fun uncle, but send him
Funkle.
get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Just like how you didn't want dogs and thought it was the stupidest fucking thing in the world for me to bring one into the home.
Dogs aren't children.
Yes, they are.
They're not human beings.
In a lot of ways.
Mm.
Having
I'm
a
gonna-
puppy is having a child in ways.
Can you raise your puppy to drive a car and go to school and
Actually,
vote?
I told you already that there are dogs that can drive cars. I watched a video.
Yeah.
7 different
I
breeds.
saw it on the internet.
And
It
it
was
has to
not
be true.
AI.
It wasn't.
You can quote me on that.
I swear to God.
I swear to God. I tell you what,
I tell you who.
and I tell you how.
Oh my God. Dude.
Did you guys ever
Dumbass.
journal or have a diary?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you still have them?
Yes.
No.
I have mine too.
Yeah, Mom has mine. Bitch.
Let's get them. There's that comedy project called Mortified. They're going to be here in a week. Nice. I was going to be on it once upon a time, but then I backed out because I was, anyway, reasons. But I want to maybe do it again, but we could even just do it here because they're, I don't know about yours. Yours. I don't know why I said it last night. But yo, she's from Gresham. They're really funny. Mine are
they?
so dramatic.
Oh my
course they
God.
My God. And it was all middle school years.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So fucking funny.
Did yours have like the little lock? On
I had
you know what
I had
mean?
like
The little
3 or
latch
4.
lock?
I had one with that. I don't know where that one is, but I have like 2 other hodgepodge ones, and they're from like,
Did your mom ever read your diary?
oh yeah, bitch.
Fucking bitch.
Just
Mom
kidding.
did that
I love
to
you,
me
Mom.
too.
I
But
didn't
don't
think
do
we were
that.
talking about like. No,
Currently?
I had one from like when I was like 21, 22. Like,
It's 'cause
Well,
you're
you can bring it to
autistic.
the table. I have one from last night. So.
I didn't have anything like during middle school or high school or anything.
Oh well, then maybe we don't want to read those ones.
I don't think you could tell the truth about yourself in middle school and high school, so you wouldn't write it down either.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
I had no idea who I was.
A
was
secret
deep.
so dark even the
was
pages
deep.
couldn't bear it.
Speaking of pages, do you have any pages to read us from On a Buffalo Wing and a Prayer?
I did find something that made me laugh.
Kayli-
Jeremy made me feel really self-conscious about it and was like, your writing's not funny anymore.
No, it was
You
just
should lose
the
weight.
action of being read to was like for some reason bothering
yeah, so
me.
I can't do anything that...
Probably the
I enjoy.
autism in your house.
I'm sorry, I don't know. It was
So this is Kaylee's book. Another excerpt.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
On a Buffalo Wing and a Prayer.
Yeah, and it's a very, very
Okay.
quick little excerpt.
Set the scene and
I
go.
will set the scene. I was super fat growing up, like whole childhood, and my dad was as well. So we were, like bonded by pounds. And this is real quick about that. My mother didn't really like understand, how to raise a fat child. So yeah. My mother didn't understand me, although I know now she struggles with her own issues with food and body image. But I leaned on my dad for support in the fat department. Not even so much support as comedic relief. I would leave school distraught, having been teased all day, stared at, made to feel uncomfortable in the cafeteria, and then come home to someone bigger than me, tell a fat joke, and everything was okay. We would go out running errands together, stop at Burger King, eat on the ride home, and then sit down at the dinner table together 10 minutes later. No one but us and the lady at the drive-thru window knowing our dirty little secret. I accidentally gave us away once, though. After Zach started packing on the pounds, he too had acquired quite a trained nose for food, my little truffle hunter. We all sat down about to eat dinner after one of our infamous trips to McDonald's. And I forgot, burped, and blew it into Zach's face because I'm a lady. And he immediately shouted, "Spicy chicken sandwich! McDonald's!" I knew I saw mayonnaise on Dad's mustache. He told me he was aging. Zach caught up quick with the fat brigade. I saw warning signs early on. I suppose the first tip-off was that all of us have one thing we like to get in our stocking at Christmas. My mother, a jar of almond roca. My dad, a can of black pitted olives. Jeremy gets a little box of Munchkin donuts. Myself, a bottle of some special hot sauce I like. Zach, on the other hand, requested a 6-pack of Coke, bottles, not cans, and a package of summer sausage, assorted cheeses, crackers, and spiced mustard from a handful of different countries. We all kept our stockings and hung a red pillowcase for Zach. For a while, we thought he had a learning disability because he would just grunt during feedings and called all forms of meat juicy chicken. He also used to have someone stand behind the door for him when he went big potty, which is number 2 in my house. And don't judge me because every household has a nasty name for taking a shit. I knew people who called it Ewie growing up. We were all odd, though. We all had our weird things, tics, gestures, dramatics. And I think it was my parents and how different they were from other people's that made us that way. So, yes, Mom and Dad, we are all your fault. That's all for now.
Love it. This will be coming out. We're going to record the audio version. And this shit's getting published.
Yes, it shall.
Yeah.
We'll let you know where you can fucking find it.
It's a true story about the stockings.
Oh, all of it's true.
All
It's
of it
all
is true.
true.
Yeah.
It's
All
all
of it is
true.
true.
Got Zach a giant salami with my EBT card this year.
Sure did.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
3-footer.
But he loved it.
We can't afford that. We can't have a can of
corn for dinner. Do you know what that's from?
Call
Call
us.
us at 971-361-9227.
Oh my God, really? We did it at the same time. Did you even know?
I know.
It's like
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much, and I have
Can
to
we record a
close
music
my
video to that?
eyes. Oh yeah, we better.
oh fuck me.
I wanna hold you till I die, until we both
Break down and cry.
That's right. Big potty.
Yeah.
That's what they call me.
That's what they call me.
I love it when you call me Big Potty.
You know what? One of the first times I hung out with Amy Yoshizumi, she was like, "Oh my God, I have to go real quick. I have to go big potty." And I sat her back down, and I was like, "Wait a minute." I was like, "You mean you have to shit?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I was like, "But we call it big potty." I was like, "No. My family calls it big potty." And she's like, grabbed my hand, and we forged a bond right
You know,
there.
the first time I ever interacted with Amy Yoshizumi, I needed a tampon. I was in high school. I was fat. I was like shy. I was Jeremy's little big sister and was like, fuck, I don't know how to fit in. And I knew that she was a friend of yours. So I was like, I'll just ask her. So I was like, Amy, do you have a tampon I could borrow? Like, I'm terrified and embarrassed.
To borrow?
Yeah, I said borrow.
Oh.
That is weird. I think about it. But
Yeah, well.
I'll give it back. But she said, yeah, but I only have the big ones. I got a fat pussy. So I was like, oh, I love her. Thank
She's
God.
amazing.
Thank God.
Oh, when she lived with us in New York, she's a hoot.
I
She's
love
a
her.
hoot.
She's a
good
right
time.
foul git.
She's a good time.
Yeah, Amy and I met in kindergarten when we were this.
What?
Wait, Amy was.
She was in
Amy
a
was-
kindergarten.
yeah.
Mrs. Giannotti's.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
She was a new student, and I got picked to show her around.
Oh my God.
And that's when we became friends.
Oh my
We
God.
were
We were
5.
all so fucking cute.
I know.
We were all so fucking
Oh,
I wish I
I
had a
just saw the
mullet.
picture of you with your grandpa when you're just this little
Oh.
fucking baby, angel
Yeah.
faced. Oh,
Your mom says I have the face of an angel.
you do.
You
always
do.
And
have.
I'm foul and a beast.
Yeah, no.
I don't care.
You're what real angels are like because they're all depicted as these beautiful things, but they're actually scarier than demons.
You know
I
what
just
though?
pictured you in all white, like floating, and then just.
My mom though, like for some reason, before I even knew that you guys were coming over, like just this thought popped in my head. That the next time I saw you, I needed to tell you that my mom fucking loves you. Like she absolutely loves you,
love
and
her.
she
Dad does too.
was heartbroken that Zach didn't bring her up yesterday because she wanted to be there for you. And
So sweet.
But I mean, she literally
She's there in spirit.
loves you.
I love your whole family.
Just to
It's
be
ridiculous.
clear, Andrea went through some very, very
Yeah.
difficult stuff.
Should we
this
trauma
week.
dump? Is it
Yeah,
trauma
I
dump
think
time?
if you need to.
It's time for pack your bags. We're going on a trip.
I like my suitcase.
cookies.
To the trauma dump. Trauma dump. You go first.
No, you go first.
Okay, mine. My grandpa died.
Oh, God, Adrian.
It's not funny, but I'm still dealing with it. Yeah, my grandfather was one of my best friends, 95, and in the last years of his life, I was honored to be his caregiver and care navigator. He was in a memory care place because I was no longer able to do it full time. It's a lot. But yeah, I would still see him all the time, took him to all of his appointments, took him out. He really loved to go on drives, and he developed a taste for glizzies. If you don't know what that is, that's a hot dog. He never was a glizzy man before. But
What did you call shitting?
Shazzle. Oh, I said that last night to James, and he thought I was talking about showering. I was like, oh, no. Not unless we're... I'm the scat man. Okay. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, back to my gramps.
Yes.
So I lost him earlier this month, and it was really sad. I'm still processing. I think I'm in shock. I've cried a lot, but I've been also crying a lot the whole way. Like when you have someone in your family or someone that you love with dementia, which he had Alzheimer's dementia and vascular dementia, and they're different in that Alzheimer's is the style that gives you like hallucinations and false warped receivers, and vascular dementia is one that can be, it's like your thoughts are on the tip of your brain, but you can be cued into remembering some stuff. And so his presented like that for a long time. And so he was really good at bullshitting and making out that he was better than he was until after my grandmother died, I started spending a lot of time with him because I was lucky enough to telework, so I could just kind of like keep an eye on him while I was working, and started to notice a few things. Yeah. We ultimately got him diagnosed, and which sucked. I wanted to be at home with him. That's something that we do here in America that a lot of places don't do, right? Put him somewhere. But he really was at a amazing facility that took such good care of him, and I got to be with him until he departed, which was really intense and intimate. And I'm really grateful for that, because I know that was a promise I made to him because he was scared. God damn it. And but yeah, we had a really nice piano going, and I was with him till the end, and it was yeah. So that's my trauma. And then we I
hate seeing you cry.
Well, then I won't.
It literally breaks my fucking heart. My dad said the same thing. I hate,
because I don't do it.
You really don't. I mean, I've seen you cry. Obviously, we've known each other for years, but
I'm okay. It's so fresh, and we just laid him to rest yesterday, day before yesterday. Yeah. And thank you guys, Kayli and Jeremy and their dad Jerry. Performed at the military send-off to him, and also we had a really awesome celebration of his life with a lot of friends and family and military folks. My grandpa was a badass. He was a G. He really was an Air Force brigadier general when he retired after 40 years in the Air Force. So he was a big wig, and it was an awesome party. And like I said, thank you guys for singing. Well, they did amazing, by the way.
The list of accomplishments, like, it makes you jealous, and like
he was hyper. He was neurodivergent.
You start to think of your own self. You're like, what? I don't have like an eighth. Like, I have nothing to compare to that.
But you also have not even lived a third of the life. You know what I'm saying?
Like he was 95.
Like, that's amazing that he got to live for
that's some crazy
almost
shit.
100 years.
Yeah,
and he made use of 100 years. Like, you know what I mean? And I didn't know him. And I'm not saying this to just like be nice and say the right thing. Like, it literally sounded like he used his fucking time on Earth.
Yep. That's something that he taught me, is like, you got to make the most of all of your time.
And I don't, it's my pet peeve where people, like, after someone dies, make themselves sound like they were so much more of a role in their life or whatever. I don't know why it's important for me to say that, like, Andrea really was there,
Yeah.
like nonstop, and they were best friends. Like, and you can see every photo. It's just like he's laughing, and you know it's because of you, and you guys have such a precious, precious little bond that
Thank you
was
for
very,
seeing that.
very real, and very much, you know, when you say I was with him through it all and to the end, you absolutely fucking were, and those aren't just words you're throwing out there.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, because it's true. And, you know, there was a lot of support and love in the room yesterday. It was just an honor. I can't say it enough. It was an honor. I'm really proud of my family. His kids and I collaborated the whole time, and we're each working on our parts. And because all of it is, any part of it is too much, but the fact that we had each other, and my family is like spread out throughout the state and the nation, but we like made a point to have family meetings and on Zoom and shit like that, or Google Meet. And yeah, I'm really proud of us. Ultimately, we rallied. We had our there was such a learning curve with taking care of somebody like that, and also just the end of life stuff. Which, actually, do you guys have a trauma dump? Because yeah.
My life is a dump of trauma.
A dump of trauma.
Truly is.
Anyway, we'll take her away.
Oh,
Well,
I want you to be able to speak
Yeah,
and
I
feel
feel like-
validated and not.
I
Well,
feel
thank you, I
this
do.
Cut
trauma
off
dump would
and-
be kind of just
Well,
more geared towards.
Well, what I was just going to do a little spin-off, and then if you got a trauma dump, I'd like to hear them. But my spin-off to what I was just saying about grandpa and end of life stuff is how do I put this? Get your will done. You don't have to wait until you're a senior person. So this is like a businesswoman special segment in amongst a segment. Get your will done. Get your advance directives done.
Yeah.
And those are two separate things. A will is equivalent to your estate, and you don't necessarily need an attorney for that piece of it unless you have like complicated financial stuff. If you don't, you can literally Google the forms online and then get them notarized at like a postal annex or the post office, or the bank usually has a notary there. But it's a way to help your family figure out stuff. And a
What the
will
hell's
isn't
going
for
on.
like, I want this shelf to go to this person or da 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 da.
I'm
It's
so
like,
sorry.
this is what I want to happen with my dogs. This is what my belongings,
I can't either.
you know, that sort of thing.
Every time they ask that question, like, do you want to do, you know, fill out your advance directives or anything, I panic because
Well, and that's a different thing. That's what I was going to talk about too. What do you panic about?
like I
advance
panic
directives?
thinking about having to make a will or make those calls, because then it makes me feel like I'm dying, and it's an anxiety panic disorder thing that I won't do
sorry.
it. It's like avoidance, and then I don't have to think about it. But
You got to do it. It'll just it will help your loved ones. It's not for you. It's for your people.
yeah.
I
Can you
have
give someone
nothing.
your debt?
I have nothing.
Like, my gift to you is you will absorb all
No,
of my
I mean,
debt.
if it's like there's a relation, there's like a next of kin sort of style thing, but not
Right.
usually. Normally places would just need a real copy of your death certificate, which your family or somebody would send to them, and then they would just close out the
Right.
account.
Oh God, I'm about to print one of those up real quick.
But advanced directives are different in that it's like a living will. It's like, what happens if you become incapacitated?
Right.
Do you want to be kept on feeding tubes? Do you want a
DNR.
respirator? Yeah, DNR means do not resuscitate.
Right.
So those are a little bit different. And I highly recommend, knowing what I know now, we had that in place for my grandpa before he went, but we also got it handled for him later in life, which you don't have to. My point is you don't have to wait that long. You do not need an attorney. You do need a notary, and you do need to look at, you do need to know what you're looking up. So,
Yeah.
and if you, it's,
Don't you have you done that? Like,
I'm doing it now.
don't you fear that what you want now is could be drastically different than what you want when it's actually, you know what I mean? And then having to redo the whole fucking thing anyway?
No,
Okay.
because for me, I already know that if I am brain dead, I want to donate whatever can be donated to save other people's lives. I just know that. I'm a donor, like on my driver's license as
I
well.
have a question about that.
And I don't want to be kept alive with feeding tubes and breathing machines if I'm not ever going to come back. You know, that
Right.
doesn't jive with me. And that's mostly about what it is. And like, I want my pain kept under control.
Wow, wouldn't that be nice?
I know, right? Anyway,
God.
yeah. So I I don't think that I would change my mind. What about you?
I guess that I worry about everything. So I would worry that I'm going to change my mind a million fucking times. And the one thing I just know for certain is if I lose my memory, I don't, like, if I can't remember who you are, then fucking take me out, because I don't want to put anybody through that.
Well, I don't think that's an option on the form.
I'm going to make it an option.
Box number X. Take me out.
It's like, add-ons. You just put that there.
Well, that's what Leah's dad always said. He said that if he got dementia, he was going to go parachuting and just not open
Well, how would he know?
Stan's cousin, I believe it's his cousin, did like medically assisted suicide, like opted for it.
Yeah, I have a friend's mom who did that,
and it was he had absolutely in
and
the
that's a
position
totally
to make
different
that.
thing.
Yeah.
This is the will is for not something like that. Well, it can be too. It's basically a tool to help your friends and fam close out your affairs.
Yeah.
And what you want to happen to you if you become. Just look it up, everybody. Don't wait.
Well, I was having a conversation. I don't have anything for you guys to split up if anything bad happens.
I don't get your decorations.
You guys can fight,
because they're mine.
Like Jerry Springer fight over it. That's the one stipulation. But I did tell my family that.
Oh, you creep!
What I want them to do is I want all of my tattoos to be removed, like those portions of flesh, and then to be like tanned, like hide.
Pieces of tanned hide tattoos,
and then sewn into a picture case with lights,
Made
so
into a lampshade to be displayed for
so it's just like
Hitler.
this creepy
Oh
ass
my God,
morbid
Jeremy.
thing, so that every time they say it, they're just like, fucking Jeremy. Like,
And then with my ball sack, I want you to make a
I
nightlight.
know, seriously.
Stretch out my scrot.
Make an entire lamp with it.
I want a quilted pattern of an eagle.
Hysterical.
And that's a scrotum.
Yeah, he's like, no, I don't have anything. I don't even care when I die. I don't want a funeral or anything. But what I do want is for every single one of my tattoos to be surgically removed. I was like, oh, you thought about this, you fucking psychopath. Good God.
We listen and we don't.
Maybe I should have said that during It's like, I dried the shower.
Man, that is something else.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, Jeremy, you're terrible.
I don't know what I
You're
just
terrible,
said.
Muriel.
I still haven't seen
What
that
did I just
movie.
say?
Muriel's Wedding. Still never seen it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Your dad is disappointed. He's not just mad, he's disappointed.
I
Please
just
don't
get
tell me.
really sad
I
for the
just did.
mom in that movie.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
It's like so sad for the mom.
It's such a good movie, though.
Did I ever tell you about faking my period?
971-361-9227. It's Andrea Kayli's just a typical